Hello! I just wanted to share with you a few small updates that I added so you are not missing out on them. It's that we can now have custom curves on every parameter modulation, and you can rename parameters. So let me show you that. All right, first let's add a plugin and let's add a modulator, and then if we have this modulator and we add it to here, we can right click and then we can press curve, and then now we have a curve here, and if I start tweaking that, you can see that this thing starts to move differently, even though it's this it's the LFO driving it. So if I take the speed down a bit, you can see how this curve is reacting differently. And this tool, we can actually do some really weird stuff. So let's say we did more things with the same modulator. We could also see them here, so you have even more ways of looking at it. Let's also add a curve to this one. Oh, that was the one I already did, but this one, and then we do this thing so it goes up a little faster. Let's make this like this. So they're using the same LFO. Let's add another one here, and then this one we could curve with you can go in here and you can say a triangle, for instance. So you can see they all follow the same tempo, but they react very differently. So that's the curving. If you have things like this where it's very small, we can now rename things. Like here, we don't see these oscillators. So maybe I would rename that to be OCMG maybe, and now you see that here it was renamed to OCMG, and you can choose where it will use the name, whether it's going to be on both the narrow name and wide name. So if both these are clicked, it will only use that name, and if you could also write a longer name if you did that and then not have it on narrow and only on wide. So that's that. You can set the default for this whenever you rename one. If you go into the general settings, then you can have the what it's gonna do default. And I think you will mostly rename knobs to get a more compressed name. So I've set the default to not rename the wide knobs or sliders. It's the same. So I hope that's useful to you. Have a nice day.